I don't really know what is this Erasmus program. But then when I was really surfing and applying, then I tend to understand, because before I applied, I had to read everything. I had to first, it took me one day to understand everything about the scholarship.
Yeah.
And that was where I understand, Erasmus, it's funded by European Commission. This, and that was how I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. After 6 months, I got a call from the human resource that, two of us are going to have a meeting, because I was the primary healthcare officer together with the lady, and then they kind of organized a meeting that we have a meeting. And I was like, what's happening? Then immediately 2 of our assistants and our drivers, because we are implementing the project in Nasarawa, we are being transferred to work within Abuja. But then nothing was sent to us. It's like, well, I hope everything is okay. The next thing we had was like, we are so sorry, the donors couldn't renew our project, and it's
the donors.
We can't really continue, so it's an unfortunate story. I was like, what?
Just like that.
I dropped a 2 years contract only for
an unfortunate situation.
It was so difficult, really, really difficult.
Hi everybody, I'm back again with Gabriel this time, and we're going to be talking about scholarship. I'll let Gabriel introduce himself briefly and also tell us about the scholarship which he is, studying in Germany with.
Alright, thanks for having me, Mike. I'm an Erasmus scholar. I study Masters in International Humanitarian Action at NOHA University. So Erasmus is a kind of scholarship, but it's one of the largest European scholarships. Where it sponsors students to study in different countries. Some studies in 4 different countries, in 4 different universities. While some 3, while 2. But for me, my program is a kind of unique. It's called the NOHA Program, Network of Humanitarian Action. So NOHA. I had my first master semester in Royal University here in Bochum, Germany, and my second semester where I had my specialization in migration and human security was in Malta. Then subsequently, for the 3rd semester, you have the option to either go for work placement or regional track training. So the work placement, it's more of like you go and do internship or you get a job, but it must be within the field of humanitarian action or development. Then if you want, you can also opt for the option for the regional training, where you can go to different countries that are collaborators with the NOHA program. It's across all majority of the continent. We have some countries in Africa, for example, in South Africa, they are parts of the collaborators. India also, and Indonesia, and different places across, even United States, I think. So some people went there, but I opted out for the internship.
So how did you get the scholarship exactly? Like, how did you hear about it? How did you get it? Like, a lot of people want to study abroad, on scholarship, and it's usually difficult. At least that's what most people say. How was it for you?
I mean, to be honest, it's a thing of a mind. If you really want something, then you work for it. But at the same time, when you really work for it, then you don't give up.
That's true.
For me, when I was really working on my scholarship application, it took me like 3 weeks to write 1.5 page of statement of
3 weeks to write 1.5 page.
3 weeks.
Why? Really. I mean, as GPT, because you could just give it a nice prompt.
Because of course, it will give you the nice prompt, but maybe it's not going to be very qualitative, or it's not going to suit what you actually want. But I got my scholarship, or like I got to know about the scholarship. Because of certain situation that happened to me. So basically I was working because I graduated as a nurse. I'm a registered nurse midwife. So I was working with different international humanitarian organizations. I was working in Maiduguri, Borno State. Then I got a job in Abuja with one organization called Population Services International. But at the same time, I had a dilemma because I got 2 jobs that time. I got one with ICRC,
Okay.
International Committee for the Red Cross in Yola,
Yeah.
in Adamawa State, and this PSI in
Abuja.
Abuja.
Okay.
So the one in Yola is actually going to pay me more, like 100,000 different, with the one
In Abuja.
in Abuja. But I don't know, something was really pushing me to go for the one in Abuja.
Okay.
To the extent I was like, okay, maybe I should go to Abuja and spend 2 weeks, then I take the offer in Yola.
No way. You wanted to have the best of both parts.
Yeah. So, because they are really going to give me like a kind of a 5-star hotel accommodation. Yeah, the first time I was there. It's called Sandralia Hotel in Abuja.
No way. You needed to.
So I was like, okay, let me just use this opportunity to have time.
Okay.
But then, when I reached there, something was like, oh, why don't you just stay here and just forget about the one in ICRC? But then my eyes was really, really in ICRC. I was like, oh, it's one of the biggest humanitarian organizations.
Yeah.
Really nice. You know, it's, if you take a look at the history of humanitarian action,
Yeah.
the ICRC plays a very important role in. So then I declined the one in ICRC. That was a
At last.
difficult moment.
Decision,
for me.
yeah.
Really, really, it was a hard decision because I took a job where I was not really sure of what to really get from them,
Okay.
and because they gave me probationary contract for 6 months, while the one in ICRC gave me 2 years contract.
Wow.
So I was like, what? Why am I taking a
What did I just do?
that is just 6 months and probationary and then keeping 2 years contract? I don't know what was really pushing me.
Okay.
Then I became so lonely, really. I didn't enjoy the job, honestly. But I met really great people, really, really nice people. I'm a kind of person who love to explore, love to do things. I want to use my brain always. But then the job has to do with traveling from one place to another.
Yeah.
So it was supervising different primary healthcare.
Okay.
Then something happened at the job. After 6 months, I got a call from the human resource that, oh, 2 of us are going to have a meeting because I was the primary healthcare officer together with the lady.
Yeah.
And then they kind of organized a meeting that we have a meeting. And I was like, what's happening? Then immediately 2 of our assistants and our drivers,
Okay.
because we are implementing the project in Nasarawa,
Okay.
were being transferred to work within Abuja.
Okay.
But then nothing was
Coming.
sent to us. It's like, well, I hope everything is okay. The next thing we had was like, oh, we are so sorry, the donors couldn't renew our project and it's
The
not,
donors.
yeah, we can't really continue. So it's an unfortunate story. I was like, what?
Just like that.
I dropped a 2 years contract only for
An unfortunate situation.
it was so difficult, really, really difficult. Then I had to revisit the one thing I have in mind
Okay.
was a lot of my friends were really traveling out of Nigeria
Yeah.
to work abroad, sorry. Majority of them are working with the NHS. But that time, at the same time when I was working, I was really trying to write the IELTS exams to
Okay.
be registered as a nurse in the UK so I could migrate.
Yeah.
But something within me was really telling me that, guy, you want to study. You really, really want to study. And if you go there to work, then I know me. To be honest, I would just feel, oh, I'm just working, not really, really improving myself, not adding so much value to myself. I want to study. I really want to study.
Yeah.
So then I was like, well, since there is no job now, this is the right time for me to start applying for my studies. Then I begin to apply for studies. I applied for studies in UK, I apply in Sweden, I apply in different places.
Okay.
I got accepted in Nottingham University in the UK, but without
Scholarship.
no funding. I applied for the scholarship, I got rejected. Then I didn't give up. I continue applying.
Okay.
And I applied for Swedish scholarship also. It's called the SI scholarship. The SI scholarship, I couldn't get it, but I was admitted in one of the university in the, I think it's called the Sexual and Reproductive Health
Okay.
department. It's in one city called Dalarna University in Sweden.
Okay.
But then at the same time, they gave me partially funded scholarship. I was thinking of like, oh, maybe I should go, maybe I should not go. But then I have dropped this application for my NOHA program. Because during that time I was searching for place to study.
Yeah.
And I saw something I was like, okay, I want to study because I have been working in the field of humanitarian action. I was like, I want to study something related to either public health or my humanitarian action. And when I was searching in the Swedish site, then I saw the international humanitarian action. I was like, what's this? Then I went through it, then I saw, okay, there is an opportunity for scholarship and also opportunity for being self-funded. I was like, oh, I think I can also apply this.
Why
then
not?
I sent an email to them. I was like, hey, here is my portfolio, this is what I do, am I eligible to apply? And she said, yeah, as far as you meet the criteria for the application, go ahead, give it a try. So I sat down, I put the work and sent it. Then fortunately, when I was thinking of how to manage myself with a partially funded scholarship in Sweden, then fortunately I got a fully funded scholarship award to study a master's in international humanitarian action, and today I'm rounding up.
Awesome. But how does that connect with Erasmus exactly? So you applied to that scholarship board. I'm trying to understand the connection with Erasmus, or how Erasmus comes in.
So the NOHA program, it's called International Humanitarian Action, has been a very, very old program that has been going on. So usually the Erasmus is a scholarship body where they fund students to study, right? So my program used to apply for a grant, from Erasmus.
I see.
And then Erasmus will fund the program, and then the program will select candidates to be awarded for the Erasmus program. So that was how I was able to.
So you got into Erasmus through NOHA.
Through NOHA. But you have to really take the process of the Erasmus application process.
So did you know about Erasmus before NOHA, or you found out about Erasmus?
Not really, to be honest. Not really. I don't want to say what's not true. But I heard about scholarship, really, that there are lots of scholarship in Europe. I don't really know what is this Erasmus program. But then when I was really surfing and applying, then I tend to understand, because before I applied, I had to read everything. I had to first, it took me one day to understand everything about the scholarship. And that was where I understand, Erasmus, it's funded by European Commission. This. And that was how I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. And I got it.
It's interesting how you did your own findings yourself, and I think that's the idea here, that, if you want something very badly, and you keep searching, you always find answers. But for someone who is watching this right now, I think you are some steps ahead of Gabriel, in the sense that you have this information. Did you have this information back then? Something like this?
About
this information which you're giving out right now?
Not really, to be honest. Because even learning about scholarship stuff, I don't even know how to write the SOP, to be honest. I don't even know what is personal statements, or what is I don't know. I just went into YouTube, and then I started learning how to put it in practice. I try it and send it to different friends. I even sent it to one of my lecturer at the university who helped me to go through it. So,
well, anyway, so guys, that's the thing. Many of you want to study abroad, but you don't have the necessary funding. But what you need to understand is this: there are lots of funding opportunities, lots and lots and lots of them. So most times when you ask us, tell me about scholarship XYZ, what comes to my mind first is you've not even done anything. If you've done something, you would find something, But in any case, what I do acknowledge definitely is that it's not easy. And that's why every now and then I try to get people who have the experience, bring them here so we can talk about it. The goal here is not to give you all the information, because we couldn't give you all the information. But the goal here is to let you know that you can do it. Everybody has a unique situation. This is Gabriel's situation, and as you can see and hear from him, most of the things that happen, it's not like something that he could see, but things just evolved naturally. So most times when people are asking questions, how long will it take, blah 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 blah, nobody knows. You have to go through it yourself. But the thing I can tell you is this: start now. You're watching this video, we put some details in the comment section. Check them out, check the description. You find relevant links even to the scholarship which he's talking about. If you are coming from the humanitarian sector, medical sector would also apply, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Because
I
you're a
have
nurse.
a nursing background. I
Exactly.
have Bachelor of Nursing and
Yeah.
Master in Public Health.
So
But then I didn't apply the NOHA program with my master's, so people shouldn't think I have a master's. That's the reason which I didn't apply with my master's.
What you needed was a bachelor's, qualification.
Yes.
Anyways, the point is, we will put all the details right in the description section, and you have to take it up from there, because is there anything else that we could do beyond that?
No, I think the information is the key, to be honest. And
100%.
As I said, it's about the mindset. It's about you ruthlessly focusing on that which you want, and go with very limited noise and put in more energy, more efforts. And at the same time, to be honest, I cannot dispute the fact that people are lucky. I'm not saying because I got this, then I'm this or that. But at the same time, I'm also lucky because I got the opportunity to put in my application. And my application was accepted. But at the same time, I cannot discredit my hard work or the effort I put in the application process. I've really done a lot more hours in order to make sure that I submitted a competitive application.
But anyways, guys, so just to add to that, this is the reason why we're building Settling. The thing is, there's a lot of information out there. When you Google something, you see, hundreds of responses, and then you have to scan through. It takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of effort. Gabriel is here, he'll share this story with us. We're going to put that story on Settling. And just like Gabriel's story, we have the stories of many other scholars on Settling. And our goal is that it doesn't take you so much time as it took Gabriel or other scholars to find the same information, and that you don't have to go through different platforms. The thing about migration is, like we said in the previous episode, it's always personal. You can learn from people's story, but what's going to happen to you is always, in most cases, unique. But the best thing that you can do is to learn as much as possible from other people's story, so that when you have your own experience, that you're not surprised. So check Settling out. It's a platform that we are building for you. It's free, and you find the stories of other scholars, like there's Gabriel's story there, but also of other people as well. And again, the best thing that we can do is put the information out there for you, that you have to connect with the community, ask questions, but again, like Gabriel said, focus. I like that word that you mentioned. People don't say it very often. Signal. Have a good, what did you say it again?
Signal and noise.
Identify
which one is signal.
Exactly. Have as close as possible to 100% signal to noise ratio. Because with that, you just, filter all the noise and you just focus. And before you know it, that thing which you're looking for is going to happen to you. Gabriel, before we wrap this up, if there's someone who is watching this, who is listening to this, they want to move abroad, maybe in similar situation like you back then in Nigeria, how would you encourage them, to go from where they are today, to getting a scholarship or whatever it is that they're looking for, to move to the next phase of their life, especially regarding moving abroad, for those people who passionately want to move abroad, to explore the other part of the world? Because you could have just gotten another job in Nigeria and stuff, but I do believe there was a part of you that wanted to experience life on the other side, just so that, for the sake of experiencing it, and you can decide, okay, I like it here, or no, I don't like it here, I'm going back home, right? What would you tell to someone who's watching this right now and is in similar situation?
I would just say, don't give up. Accept rejection as a love letter, or as a fuel to...
You are deep in this stuff. You know about the rejection love letter?
Just
way.
When you get to rejection, just say, okay, this is the next fuel. It's really going to push me forward.
100%. 100%.
A lot. The 1 yes can change 100 no's. As I'm certain about it, I was there.
And all you need is just one yes. Like, forget about the no's. The thing is, people should begin to appreciate the rejection, because the more rejection you get, the closer you get into that acceptance. And most times you need just one. Just one will change the whole story. And then you get to explore a lot of things. 2 years ago, I never thought I'm going to be... I knew within my heart that one day I will leave Nigeria and settle somewhere.
like I'm going to explore the world.
Yeah.
This I was really certain. But if
Exactly.
you ask me, where are you going? I don't know.
That's true.
I was just working with fate.
Yeah.
Just really working with fate and putting more effort. Wherever I see information or opportunity, then I try to grab it with all of my force, but with focus on one thing.
Yeah. You know, and that's always the difference between what happens when you let things happen naturally, that you just do your part, you know, than when you try to force things. It was also the same for me. You know, back then when I finished my studies, I knew I wanted to see the world. I knew I wanted to explore. I felt like, okay, I finished, you know, bachelor's degree. I did the whole youth service thing back in Nigeria. Then I had my first job, but I still wanted more, you know. But even though I wanted more, I was still patient with myself and just taking the time to check my options, what I want, what I'm looking for. And I think it's that driving force that you have in you that keeps you going, that vision that you have for yourself, for your life, that goal, even though it's not very clear, but you know that, hey, I'm going somewhere. I'm not sure where it is. I'm not sure where it's going to be. I'm not sure what I need, but you don't stop. You know, you keep going. You keep going. And whatever you do, just always be honest to yourself and to the people around you. Always, like, I never knew Gabriel before. No, I just went to a meeting of Nigerian scholars and I found Gabriel there, and today we are in the studio. You don't need to know someone to know them. If that makes any sense. You know, the best things in life, they come for free. I keep saying that. You know,
to network.
Just be a good person. Never give up. Stay close to the community, and trust me, no time you will be there that you want to be. Gabriel, thank you so very much. I loved all the words that you were using. You know, the signal to noise ratio, the love letters. Like, you were just on point. You were just on point.
Thanks for having me, Mike.
Sure. And thank you guys so much for watching, for listening. Share this video with someone that you feel should watch this video. What we are all about here is sharing our experience. You know, that you are motivated and that you know that you're not alone. So until next time. Bye for now, guys.
Okay.